You in the States for a while, or are you back to international travel here soon?
I went to Montreal last week, and I went for a 2-day legal conference, and then 3 days of just basically R&R. I did some work during the day and at a hotel and at the public library, and then went to museums, which is something I like to do. Donna and my youngest daughter, Gabby, she's 20. She lives here. They are in Manchester for the summer with my oldest daughter and her husband. So weather is quite nice, but Manchester has a high enough latitude that it's cooler, even though all of Europe is baking right now. And so I'm batching it here at the house for right now. I'll go see them next month. I'll fly out to Manchester for a couple of weeks and stay with them and get some work done. So, hey,
Awesome.
and this is
Got it.
not a real beer. It's a ginger ale. Ginger ale. Let's see if I can get where's that? Yeah, ginger ale. This is like Metro Brew outrageous ginger ale.
This is not ginger ale.
Yeah.
This is actually fresh squeezed watermelon limeade that I made this weekend. And then I added some rum today. So.
And some rum. Yeah. Okay. I knew there had to be more to that than just watermelon.
Yeah. Now I took a watermelon and juiced it in the food processor and then squeezed limes by hand.
Well, we know how this meeting is going to end. She's going to be very calm right now. By the end of the meeting, she's going to be the life of the Rotary. She's going to be funnier. She's going to think everything she says is funnier and funnier and funnier.
All right. And I'm drinking out of my Rotary tumbler.
Oh, even better. It's official.
It is.
Last week, I made some, well, Sierra and I did, but I smoked some lemons and strawberries on the Traeger. And then we put that in a pitcher with vodka and just infused the vodka for like a few days. And so you can just use a little bit of that and it's very delicious. A little smoky flavor, a little strawberry lemonade flavor.
That's awesome. You're gonna attend Rotary New Year's Eve for cocktail making?
I probably should be able to do that one.
The Thursday, the 30th.
Thursday.
Next Thursday.
I'm supposed to be in Vegas for a seminar, but I think as of today, I might be dropping out of that one, sending somebody else on my team.
Nice.
My July is quite insane. So if I can send somebody else to this one, I will gladly do so.
Well, and you gotta come to New Year's Eve. You gotta celebrate the end of your presidency. Officially passing the torch tonight, but the fun celebration. And Layla, you gotta celebrate your presidency.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Hey everyone.
Hey.
If you guys didn't just see, A&M just knocked out Notre Dame, eliminated them from the College World Series.
Good for them.
So you next.
The A&M UT game was a big deal for us because Andrew's dad is a UT alum.
Oh, I figured just as a Baylor or anyone from a school in the state of Texas generally hates Texas, UT.
Well, that
so.
too.
Of course, they equally hate A&M, so.
Well, we hate A&M a little more, so.
Yeah.
But Andrew and I have decided that we jinxed that game because we were watching it at a brewery here in town and Texas was up 2-0 when we left. And apparently those were the only 2 points they scored the entire game. So clearly it's our fault because we stopped watching.
Obviously. Definitely your fault.
Andrew was Baylor too?
Yeah. That's where we met.
Okay.
And then it took y'all how many years to finally get together?
Quite a few.
And now you're getting married.
Hey, he acknowledges it. He was a weird little band kid then.
Yeah. Well, you were too, so
Yeah, but like, I like to think I was a somewhat cool band kid.
yeah. Is that a thing?
Not. There's like levels of coolness.
Oh, I know. I was never in band, but my entire family was. I mean, my parents went band, so I get it.
Yeah.
When's the wedding, Delaney?
May 27th.
What? It's exciting. 2
Yeah,
days
so
before my birthday.
huh?
I said 2 days before my birthday, which is also now Andrew's wedding anniversary.
Yeah, we it'll be Memorial Day weekend, which will be nice. And it's just like, oh, we actually have to start like doing stuff now.
Yeah, you probably should.
But I'm like, you know what? Like, I have my dress. Like, he can get a suit. That's simple enough. And the venue, because we're getting married at the Baylor football stadium, and they're taking care of food and drinks. So it's like, we've got all the big stuff.
Yeah.
Hot dogs and popcorn, or
No, it's like the Baylor Club. So it's like a ballroom in the stadium. So we'll do the wedding, or like we'll do the reception like on the concourse overlooking like the river and the rest of campus. And the cocktail hour out there, weather permitting. And then everything else in the ballroom.
That's nice.
So it'll be fun.
Yeah. You just have to do floral and invitations and engagement photos and get
We did engagement photos. Yeah, I think like decorations are the big thing. And that we can just kind of go as much or as little as we want. What was that?
I was just rattling off
Oh.
the dozens and dozens of things that
But it's all like little things like that.
You get bogged down.
Yeah.
It's a never-ending stream of little things. For
That's
sure.
actually why we were at the brewery on Sunday when we were watching the baseball game, because it was our wedding planning date. And so it was like, if we're gonna do this, we're at least gonna drink while we do it.
Yeah.
so on Baylor campus, is it no booze for the wedding?
No, the stadium is actually you can do alcohol for everything except Baylor football games or Baylor events.
Okay.
So they've got a full bar set up, and
Yeah. If they didn't let y'all do alcohol, they wouldn't get nearly enough events to afford that stadium.
there was no alcohol, we would not be getting married there.
Oh yeah. And they couldn't justify having that huge stadium and hosting events if they weren't gonna allow alcohol there.
It also makes me think
Yeah.
that they might be hoping that one day in the future it's okay. Like the fact that they built that stadium to
Yeah.
withstand or like to be able to sell alcohol. That's actually something that the new president has actually said that she would be interested in pursuing if the Board of Regents would ever approve it.
A lot of revenue.
Yeah, right?
Oh, yeah.
And or the SEC just did that 2 years ago, and I think they've seen tremendous, even though it was down years.
I mean, that's because we always had, or we used to play tech at AT&T Stadium every year. And so like, that was the one game a year where we got to drink at football games. It was like, you see all these people walking around. It's like, Baylor, look at what you're missing out on.
Yeah.
Or is
It's-
Baylor run it all, or like does any Baptist group oversee Baylor officially?
I think they might technically be affiliated with one of the Baptist conventions, but it's more in a affiliate than governance, I believe.
Because I feel like that would be the one thing that would hold them back from that is
Yeah.
if the
I think it's more of a concern of knowing the number of heavily Baptist donors that give lots of money would outweigh probably the amount they would make from the alcohol sale.
oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I can see it probably more so in like the next 10 to 20 years, but not like the next 5 years. Go Baylor.
So let's see, still waiting on a couple people, I think. I like seeing Jacqueline here every week now.
Yay! Are we gonna make it official at the start of the year?
I don't even, no one's told me if I'm,
We have to like induct you and do all
Yeah.
that stuff. But at this point, since you're coming to meetings, like it would make more sense for us to make it official at the start of the year so that as a club, we don't have to pay dues on you for this year. And then you don't have to prorate dues for like a week. So give us like 2 weeks and at our first meeting in July, we can probably induct you.
okay. So
Yeah,
start of the year is in July.
Yeah, so the start of the Rotary year.
like next meeting.
Yeah, so this
Would
is
be a
the
good
end
time.
of the Rotary year. July 1 is the rollover to the new Rotary year. So that's where like our fiscal year begins, the new board, like Michael will induct the new board tonight and all that. And then I'll take over membership. So then I'll get in touch with you and make sure you're all ready to go. Yay.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah, we did get your, Elizabeth forwarded me that though. And I believe we did get your little application there, so.
Yeah. Did you send in your blood sample just to make sure we're all good with everything?
Yeah, actually, I think I mailed that to you. Did
Ooh, I hope
we
it
not get it?
lasts for too long. It's gotten hot here.
Dang. Okay.
It's gotten hot everywhere.
Yeah.
Jackie's DNA has gone all over the place.
Yeah, it's
Do you
super
prefer
hot here.
Jackie or Jacqueline?
Jacqueline. Yeah. Jacqueline or Legacy.
Yeah.
Pick your poison. Who else is here? Let's see. Sheila, Clayton.
Making sure, looks like we have everybody for new board. Greg will not be joining us today because he is still traveling back from a trip where he surprised his father
Aw.
Oh,
Mother's Day. So he's probably 2 hours away from the border right now, so still taking, he won't be with us today, but I think we've got everybody else so far. We may have a few guests joining in at some point here, but we can go ahead and kind of get started with the announcements and that kind of stuff. We will be inducting the new board here today. So we'll be passing that torch off to Layla and the rest of the team. There will be several that are still in place. And then we'll have a couple new faces there as well. For read my notes here. On service, still look for an email from Madeline to report your service projects for the year. If you didn't get an email, then your hours are already noted. But if you guys have anything else to submit, we're basically last week here. So remember to, even if you need to retroactively go back and kind of remember those that you forgot to submit, because myself and I know several others forget to do that going through the process on a day-to-day. So go ahead and reconcile all that stuff and get that in. Sarah Tucker, did you want to share on the fellowship? I'm just looking at your notes here on that, or do you want me to? I know you're limited on.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, thank God. I'm on my phone in my car and it wouldn't let me click the unmute button. So yeah, I had a couple of announcements. The first one being that our next speaker is Jorita Solari, and she is going to be speaking on Rotary International. So just get to learn a little bit about Rotary International. She's the former vice president for Rotary International. So that should be a fun one. And she is one of Greg's friends as well. She's a part of his scuba fellowship.
Apparently there might be a bunch of scuba divers on the next one from what I heard.
Oh, great. So, so that'll be our next, I think that's July 19th, but I don't have my notes in front of me. And then I wanted to just introduce you guys to our new social networking meetings. Sorry, what are we calling them? Social fellowship. I can't remember. There's a different word I'm using for them, but
Social get-togethers.
social.
They're unofficial. They're not meetings.
Yeah. So essentially, we had a board meeting, all in person, where we got to talk about the really big things about what we want to do with our club. And one of the things that feels like works for everyone and works for our club is to have some social like fellowship meetings where, they're member-led meetings. So for instance, if you wanted to get everyone together and have cocktail hour or have a game night, then you could just set up the game night in our member hosted socials is what we're calling them. So you could set that up. There's a spreadsheet that I can share with you all once I get to a computer, where you can drop in your details. Sarah and MFA have already dropped in a couple of things, and you should have gotten an email invite for our Rotary New Year's Eve meeting, which is a member hosted social. And that is on June 30th, I believe.
Yep, June 30th.
Yep.
That's next Thursday. Probably start around 7 Eastern, so 6 for y'all. Normal start time, just a different day of the week.
Yes. So really, if you wanted to just get some members together, this is just a way for us to actually be able to fellowship with each other, because not everyone's able to meet at a 6 p.m. time on Tuesdays. And, if you were to miss a meeting, or if there are members in the club that you just wanted to get to know better, you could set something up, or if they set a meeting up, you could join and just, it's for the members to host. So it's just kind of a fun way for us to actually network and fellowship together, because we don't get a lot of chances to do that. And since we did decrease the number of meetings that we're actually having per month in this last Rotary year, this just gives us another chance to get together. And it can even be an in-person meeting. So if you wanted to get together with everybody and have a dinner party or a game night or a trivia night or just anything, it could literally be anything. You could come and talk about a topic. You could make a book club. So there's all these different things that you could do just to fellowship with our members, as well as, whether that is online or in person. And it's pretty easy. You just put the details in the spreadsheet that I've created, put the date that you want it to happen, the time, and some details about the meeting, and we'll get an invite sent out to the members. And so when you do receive the invites for any of these, they're not mandatory meetings. If it's not during our regular meeting time, then you don't have to attend, but or you're not expected to be there, but it is a chance for everyone just to get together and have fun. I feel like that's all I have.
Sarah,
Where-
drop that link to the spreadsheet in the chat for you. So if anybody wants to sign up, go do it.
Yeah, and if you don't have access, just request access, and I can grant that to you this evening.
Since Greg's not here, a reminder on the foundation for the Paul Harris Fellow. If you're donating right now, they're matching double, I think, till the end of this month. So just a reminder on that. Take advantage of that opportunity to earn a Paul Harris Fellow and donate to the foundation. I didn't have any other notes on announcement. Y'all, did y'all? Anybody else? Okay, so we will roll to the announcing of the board and the installations. So for the 2022 and 2023 Rotary year, we will have Layla as the president. I will be taking the role as immediate past president. President-elect will be Sarah Tucker. Membership chair will be Sarah Jenkins. Service will be Andrew. Treasurer will be Clayton again. Foundation will be Greg again. Secretary will be Delane again. And programming is a new one that will be Wes. PR will still be MFA. And then Elizabeth is making the move over to RILA chair and putting her expertise in there with all of her experience there. And then, throughout the year, we've had, several committees and stuff for people to be involved in. One of the things that, will come up and will be a topic here if you haven't already heard about it, but there will kind of be a new point system that we'll be revealing soon. And we've got Layla, Elizabeth, Delane, and MFA already working on that. So if you do have any interest there, depending on how far they are, I won't steal Layla's thunder on all that information, but wasn't sure what she was going to announce today on that. But if you want to get a committee, there's always need for help and join a committee. There's always need for help in different areas. So we will go ahead and without further ado, we will install Layla here. So Layla, you've been selected by the members of this Rotary Club to guide its affairs during the coming year. You have been entrusted with an important responsibility that will help shape your club's future. Would you go ahead and say the oath for the president?
I, Layla Miller, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President of Leaders in Service Rotary Club, and that I will, to the best of my ability, give support and assistance to the district governor and to Rotary International. I'll uphold the Constitution and bylaws of this club.
All right. You're saving your speech for next week, but we look forward to it. It's an honor, Layla, to pass this off to you. I know you're going to do an awesome job, and it's nice that we're now growing in the past presidents to have a little bit more help and leadership to guide you along as we go and continue to grow this club year over year. I can't believe it's been about 2.5 years now, Sarah? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we officially chartered 2/20/2020, February 20th, 2020.
All right. All right, cool. So since we've got a couple brand new board members, but we'll all, any board member come off mute and we'll all say this oath here. And so I'll say everything, you guys just follow my prompts here. So all you incoming officers, you've been elected to the important position in the administration of the Leaders in Service Rotary Club. This is an indication of your fellow Rotarians' esteem and confidence on all of you. I also believe you uphold the high traditions of Rotary, that you will give the best of your executive abilities to and the furtherance of your interests of your club and carrying forward of the objects of Rotary. Will you fulfill the responsibility of your offices to the best of your ability and in accordance with the Constitution and bylaws of this club? If so, answer I will.
I will.
I will.
I will.
I will.
I will.
All right, I hereby declare the new office is installed, and thank you for serving.
Yay!
Yay, everybody.
We made it
Alright.
another year, guys.
Yeah, another year. So as this was kind of our main focus of this meeting, you know, that was kind of the majority of what we were focused on this before we kind of just go into networking and socializing a little bit. We may have some guests join us from the polling club. It is a much, I guess you can't say later, earlier time over on that side of the world. So we'll see.
Stand by. I may have, she's trying to join. She's trying to get through the link.
Okay. Perfect. So for new board members, we'll send out some information and stuff on this, but we typically do the fourth Tuesday. We've traditionally been doing 7 o'clock so that Madeline can join, and then that gives us all kind of a little bit more time to get home from work and relax, but we can put that up for discussion. If y'all want to go ahead and set that for Tuesday at 6 or 7, might be a good idea, and then kind of go from there. Any opinions on that?
Are we having a board meeting next Tuesday with both groups and going?
That's I think probably a good idea before the official first one for the new team.
Yeah, we should make sure we send that out to anybody who wasn't on the board last year.
6 or 7 o'clock better, Central.
Or if we want Madeline to be there for the last one, then 7. Let's just stick with 7 for this next one, and then we'll
Good point.
discuss.
Cool. So we'll have that on there for 7, and I'll add those.
Okay.
The
Some-
email list.
Yeah, some people are, I'm getting a message from Haley Shaw, and apparently our guest, you're not able to use the Zoom link. I don't know why. I'm sending them the code. Is there-
Elaine, do you have it set to block anyone outside of the US? That may be a default setting that you need.
Say that again. Do I have it set to what?
You have the Zoom link set for blocking anyone outside of the US.
I don't think so.
That's the only thing I could think that would make.
Because I think Wes has joined during his travels before. And
Yeah,
your brother.
and yeah, Eric could get in from Korea, but he gets on VPN a lot, so I don't know if he might have been.
Oh, that's true too.
Michael, look to see if you have somebody in the waiting room.
I think we disabled waiting room as well.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a waiting room.
They might try. Could they try calling in?
They will, if
Yes.
that doesn't, if all else doesn't work, that will be.
Yeah, it also, Paige just texted me. Apparently there's some issues with some of the links that we've got in a couple of places. So need to make sure we've got the updated link. That someone might be trying to get on a bad link.
Yeah, I think the website honestly still has the Google link. I need to update that.
I think so.
So I'll go update.
I think she said she tried the link tree in our Instagram and it was wrong.
Oh,
Hello, hello.
hello.
That's
Hello.
Hello, Amelia.
Hi, how are you?
We're delightful.
You
Delightful.
cannot see me. Yeah.
Not yet.
Now you
Hey.
can. Hi.
All right. Let me introduce you, Amelia, to my very good friends. And very good friends, I want you to give a very warm American Rotary welcome to a fabulous friend in Poland. And I'm going to do my very best to say the name of you know how Americans are with these consonants. It's a Bydosic. Bydosic?
You're not even close, but good effort. It's Bydgoszcz, actually.
Okay. And what's the population?
It's almost 400,000.
Okay, all right, good. That's about twice the size of the town where city where I live. Okay. Now, for our friends, let me ask everybody to introduce yourselves go around, introduce yourself to Amelia. And remember, she is making quite a sacrifice. It's 1 a.m. where she is. And so
Yeah, but it's worth it for the good party, right?
it's for a good party, it's for a good cause. All right. So.
Hi, Amelia. I'll start out. Amelia, Michael Sterneman here. I just wrapping up my year as the president of the Leaders in Service Rotary Club. Fantastic to have you here. Great to see you in person. Wes has told us great things about the conversations y'all have had and your efforts that your club is putting forth during some very trying times. So we really appreciate your sacrifice getting up at this time and joining us and letting us see your face and for a name that we've heard so much about. So thank you.
So I'll jump in I'm off mute. Delane Miley, I'm a secretary of the club here. And yeah, really, really excited to have you. This is awesome.
Thank you.
Hey, Amelia, I'm Layla. I am transferring to be the new president of this club. And yeah, just it's really exciting to have other people that we can include besides just here in America through our Zoom calls. So welcome.
Hi, Amelia. I'm Dana Lip. I'm so happy to have you on our meeting today and look forward to hearing more from you during the meeting.
And some of the members of our club have ancestry contacts to Eastern Europe. Do any of you wish to say something about that as well?
I do, Amelia, actually. My great-grandparents, or some of them, were from Russia and Bialystok, Poland, and also Ukraine.
Okay.
So it's very exciting to have you on our meeting.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, I can go next. My name is Elizabeth Kawanka. And like I mentioned in the chat, I married into an Eastern European family, but we are very glad to have you this evening and are looking forward to learning more about you and your club.
Hi, Amelia. I'm Sarah Jenkins. I am the immediate past president currently, so officially out of the president line in about 10 days. But very excited to have you. I work for USA Today, and so we've got reporters over in Poland right now, and got to hear from some of them recently about their experiences very near the border and everything that's going on. So definitely keeping our thoughts and prayers with everyone over there.
And Sarah is also the founder of our club, the visionary who brought this all together.
Hi, Amelia. I'm Clayton. I'm the treasurer of the club. I'm in Houston. And so thank you very much for joining us. It's a real treat and an honor.
Emma Faye?
Amelia, welcome. I apologize about the link on the Instagram, but I'm so glad that you're able to make it. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's see, Andrew.
I'm Andrew Lamont. I'm currently in Florida. So welcome to our club. Thank you for joining us.
Did we get Paige and Jacqueline?
Hey, I'm Jacqueline. I'm also in Houston. So nice to meet you. Thanks for joining in so late at night.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Paige. Sorry, I'm driving, so can't really have a video on, but I am in Dallas. So nice to meet you.
Hi, Amelia. I'm Sarah. I was our programming chair, and moving on, Wes has taken that over from me, and he worked so closely with me on that, as well as on the service project, to get donations over to you. So we're both really excited to have you here. Happy to meet you.
Amelia, the United States, the Americans, our hearts go out to the Ukrainians and their families. While we have great empathy for them and sympathy, we cannot help but admire the courage and dedication of Poland and some of the surrounding countries who have opened their homes, opened their wallets, opened their hearts, opened their families to strangers who are being bombarded by the Russians. And so your country and your club is to be commended for a great gift, a great humanitarian gift, a great Rotarian gift to I think it's like 2.8 million, it may be over 3 million families that have come into to Poland from Ukraine. It's a stress on the economy, stress on the social structure, stress on the transportation, stress on everything.
That's true.
And your country graciously has opened their hearts and their homes and their wallets. And I wonder if you would grace us a few minutes and tell us what it has been like living in a country on the border of a war and having families, I hesitate to use the word refugees, but people seeking shelter, safety for their children, for their families, and what that experience has been like since February 24th. Could you comment on that a bit, please?
Yes, well, first of all, it's wonderful to meet you all, and thank you for all the kind words. And yes, it's been quite shocking for us, to be honest. In the beginning, in February, it was a shock, but also I'm very proud to say that our nation really stood up to the challenge, and really there are so many Ukrainians now in Poland, and I think they feel safe. Of course, it's still a challenge for us. Obviously, there are some people now that aren't that welcoming anymore, but we are still fighting for them. The situation is hard. I think we cannot imagine what happened there. And there have been a lot of different programs telling us how to talk to people after trauma like this, or even how not to talk to them, leave it to professionals and so on. After so many months, some people have found their way further into Europe. Our club, Rotary Bydgoszcz, Stare Miasto, we took care of one family that came from Ukraine. It was also a wife of a Rotarian from Ukraine. And we found a flat for her. We paid for her bills. We bought her and her two boys bikes and a washing machine and whatever she needed. But now, last week, she went on to the United Kingdom. So I think she wants to begin her a new life somewhere else now, which is perfectly fine. But there are still so many people needing help, and so many people and children that need to integrate into our society. It's still hard for them. Like the help that was there in the very beginning, because everybody was opening the hearts, is now it's not as big anymore. I mean, like in the beginning, Ukrainians were able to go around the country for free, the trains and buses, and now it's this is finished. So we also try to somehow, like, I think in Poland we try to make them comfortable enough to work here. We are trying to create new workplaces for them. And also there, for example, like in my environment, there is like a fitness club, and they employed this Ukrainian girl who gives classes there, for example. And I also know that so many people loves to go to those classes just to help this woman and the fitness club that decided to employ her. So but there are still many people that I think Ukraine is also a country where women just don't work as much as, for example, in Poland, and also they have kids. So we really need to give them the opportunity to begin a new life. So what we want to do with our Rotary Club for Ukraine, we obviously started working on it. We want to organize this day camp for Ukrainian kids, but also for Polish kids. So there's integration. So they talk to each other. They have fun together. So that even if their moms work, they don't have troubles with what to do with the kids during the work time. So this is what we want to organize, and this is what we're doing. Also, we are going to create, there's this help center in Bydgoszcz. It actually started off right at the beginning of the war, where people from Ukraine could take whatever things they needed, like food or hygienic products or whatever, because obviously they won't be earning any money. And this help center still works. It's been set up by volunteers also, and they talk to those people. They find out what the needs really are. They put down the names, and every person can come once a week and take food or whatever they need. They also organize transports to Ukraine with different things, whatever is actually needed. So there, at this help center, we want to create a Rotary shelf. So I think it will actually start next week, because on Saturday we also have the duck race. I think, James, you've heard about the duck race. So this is something we really work hard now on. And actually the duck race was thought of.
We can't pass on the duck race. You have to tell us about the duck race. This may be
the duck race.
Talking about new service projects, and Clayton loves ducks. Our guy. So we're gonna put
okay. So we're really into duck race now, because it's actually on Saturday, this Saturday, and it's been crazy. I don't have any duck on me right now. Obviously, I have it because it's everywhere. But yeah, we have those rubber ducks. It's 1,000 rubber ducks, and we put them into the river, and they all have numbers 1 to 1,000. And you can book the number on the internet, or just you give donation to book the number. And if your number wins, you can win a TV or bike or our robot Roomba, or there are prizes by our sponsors. So yeah, so it's a lot of fun, but also a lot of work. And that's why I'm here alone today, because our president was supposed to be here, but he's actually, he needs to get up at 5 a.m. because he needs to go to a BNI meeting to promote our duck race. and we figured it's important for him to to be fresh and and do it properly. So that's why I'm here alone. I'm going to BNI on the Thursday, the next meeting. So yeah, the duck race. But during the duck race, we actually raising money for this. How to translate it? It's a center for elderly, like really ill elderly that need to be taken care of. It's like Alzheimer's and all kind of horrible illnesses that need professional. Those people need professional help, and we're raising money to fund them the rehabilitation devices. I'm not sure if that's a proper word, but yeah, like professional proper beds with all the machinery needed, or whatever this place tells us to buy. We're going to buy this, and we've seen those people at work and we know they're wonderful, so we're very excited we can help them. So this is what we are doing also for our local society, and I'm actually very proud of it, because there are so many different actions to raise money for children, and it's also obviously it's also very important, but you somehow forget about the elderly, and I think it's bless you.
Thank you.
And I think it's important to also remember about them, and that's what we're doing, and we really feel it's a good aim for us. So yeah, so after the duck race, we're going back to the Rotary shelf for the Ukrainians, and we're taking care of the day camp. We also got quite a donation from a district from the United States, actually from districts. Let me see, what's the number of it? From Wisconsin, I think. Let me have a look. No, it's not this one. This is the one. From the district 6250. So thanks to them, we can do the Rotary shelf. I'm very grateful about that, but also I'm very grateful to you, because thanks to you, we can work on the day camp for the kids, which is also very important. And we try to also get some refund from our district to get some money for this, and they told us that what they decided to give the money first to like food and all the very needed things for now. Like, I'm not sure if I'm explaining it well, but I think those camps for the kids can be so important, because they will feel at home and feel they're welcome thanks to those camps. This is our aim with them. Yes.
Have you learned about mental, I mean, there must be what we call post-traumatic stress syndrome. There must be significant mental health needs among many other needs that some of the Ukrainian families have experienced. Is that your thinking with the Camp for Children? It's a way of relieving some of the stress and addressing some of the trauma?
Yes, I guess so. Yes, we will have the professional staff, people that know what they're doing. Actually, our friend that is going to be a president the next year, because I'm going to be the president from the next week, and our friend that's going to be the president next year, she's organized such events so many times, and she also has disabled son, so she's got so much experience that I completely trust her with finding the right stuff, and I'm sure she will do it so well with our help, obviously. And yes, I think post-traumatic stress is something that will be fought by those day comes.
Mm. And how much money do you think you need?
How much money do we think? What? Sorry?
How much money do you need?
How much money do we need? We actually, what I said to Zosia when we, to this friend who's dealing with the day camps, is that we have to do it for however much money we've got, and that's it. And we will fight for the free entrance tickets. First draft of the project was, you know, like we put everything in so we can find a refund. But now I told her just do it with how much money we've got, and that's it. I haven't, to be quite honest with you, I haven't even counted it yet, because we're all with the duck race now, and we're all into this. So next week probably I will sit down with Zosia and we'll deal with it. Yeah, it's been crazy with the duck race.
You got to send us a link, some sort of link or Facebook or something for the duck race. We cannot.
Okay. Okay, I'm doing it right now. Let me have a look. It's cool. It's really cool. I will send you a link to a little promotion promoting film. It's like 30 seconds thing. Yeah. Here's the event on Facebook. Let me look for my internet is horrible, so I think if I'm on Zoom, it doesn't work with Facebook anymore. It is like two things. It's too much for the internet of mine. So yeah, let me have a look. Oh, let me look here. It's actually always good to see this film, because you cannot imagine what it is until you actually see the. Yeah, so I think I sent you the correct.
All right, and we, Michael, what do you if would it be possible, if it's only 30 seconds long, can you play it and share screen? Do you think you could do that?
I should be able to do that. With those.
I mean, we can't pass up ducks. There's just no way.
There are a lot of people on this call with a lot of camp experience. If you need volunteers, come on then. You're welcome. Don't be shy.
Ryla in Poland. That's all I'm saying, guys.
Oh, Delane is not letting me share.
I fixed that. Apparently I have to allow that
Well,
every
Delane,
time.
you could do it if you're the host.
I just have to like turn on the setting, which is annoying. All right, you should be good now, Michael.
Is that visible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Oh,
Absolutely so cool.
They're so cute.
They are.
And how does it, okay, the ducks have a number on them. And
Yes.
what happens? I mean, you explain this again. The duck crosses the finish line,
Yes.
and what happens next? If it's the winning duck, that number corresponds to the winner who gets something?
Yes. Yes, we prepared a whole list of names and their phone numbers. And this year, for the first time, you can book the duck on the internet. Before we didn't have this, so we had to promote the action, like personally give out the certificates and numbers. But this year, everybody can join us by booking on the internet. So that makes things easier a little bit. And yes, we've got this list, and when the number wins, we've got those 3 people from our club at the finish line on this little bridge, and they're taking pictures because obviously like so many ducks just come right in at the same moment, so they take a lot of pictures and film what's happening there, so it's fair. Obviously it has to be fair. So yes, and then they analyze those pictures, and after that we've got first 5 prizes. We have it first 5 ducks win, and then the last duck also wins, and the last prize is to fly over Bydgoszcz. It's like 10-minute flight. And this is also cool because some of the ducks stay somewhere in the weeds, or and you have to pull them out, and you wait 20 minutes for the very last duck to come round, and also everybody waits for the last duck because the last duck also means prize. So yes, and then after that we draw the smaller prices. We've got sponsors like pizza places, so we got vouchers for pizza or sushi, or like hairdressers, or the different vouchers. So a lot. Today this year we've got almost 60 prizes in the race. So
And what is the cost to buy a duck?
what is the cost to buy a duck? To book the number, you mean like donation?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 50 zlotys, which is around $12, maybe $12-13.
This is great.
Yeah, it was actually
Yeah.
this year is much more expensive than 3 years ago, because our last race was 3 years ago, but we decided we want to raise more money, and we made it more expensive this year. And I think it works. We already got quite nice sum, I have to say. So
Clayton, you're out of law school for the summer, right? You got plenty of time to put together a duck race. Yeah.
Yeah, well, when the weather would be appropriate to hold the duck race, I'll be in school. I'm sorry. So
Yeah.
I can just.
I hear equivocation.
Oh.
I'm with Clayton. The bayou would not be conducive to rubber ducks.
It's gross. It's really gross. It's brown. It's really nasty. I run by it every day. It's really no.
We'll have to give this serious thought. There's potential here.
yeah, the biggest challenge is to actually catch all the ducks back from the river. We've got this, where we put the ducks in. This river ends with the no idea how it is in English, but basically it's not open river, there is something to stop the ducks, and we also have people in canoes taking them out, and the logistics of taking the ducks out, I think is the hardest point, the most difficult one. So
well, that is awesome. Thank you so much for sharing on the duck race, but also y'all's efforts with everything going on over there. And we're just happy we could be of assistance to what your efforts are with your club. So thank you so much for taking the time to join us and letting us know about what's going on over there. So club as we are finishing up today. Once again, I would just want to congratulate our new members and our new president, Layla. We're excited about the new start for this year. We will go ahead and Layla, do you want to lead the 4-way test? Or I can.
Sure. Well, do you have you already have something to drop in the chat so that we can do it, or we can do it off the top of our heads?
I gotta type it out.
Well, it's like, ah.
Go, Michael, go.
The real test is on now, Michael.
Right.
Two. There's.
I think he's sweating a little.
He is.
I'm just like not a fast typer. Oh.
It's the final presidency test.
We got it.
All right, there we go.
Hey.
Presidential efforts.
All right, if you'll join me in the Rotary 4-way test. First,
Is it the
Is it the
truth?
truth?
Is the truth?
second,
Will it be beneficial to all
Be
concerned?
beneficial for all concerned.
3,
Will it build goodwill and better friendships?
On better friendships.
and 4,
Will it be beneficial to all
Okay,
concerned?
All
no.
concerned.
Number 2 is actually fair to all concerned. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
wait a second.
You guys are doing great.
I was
I always get those two
killing
mixed
it
up,
over
but
here.
it's like the same thing.
We started saying it. I was like, wait, this isn't right. This
Yeah.
is not right.
We
Of
do-
course.
we know.
Truth.
When they wrote it, I
We'll
wonder
get
if they
it
realized they
next
wrote
time. It'll
the
be
same thing
fine.
twice and they just changed a adjective.
Good, man.
Fair and beneficial are different things, Michael. Yay, congrats to the new board. Woo.
Yay. Yes,
Guys,
thank you,
let me
Amelia.
just thank you again for your kind donations. Your donations is also motivation for us to act. So thank you for making us act even and work harder. So thank you, guys.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us.
Thank
It was
you.
a real pleasure.
Amelia, I think you may be hearing from us fairly soon. We'll talk.
Okay. Always pleasure. You're such wonderful group. Thank you for having me.
You're always welcome back too.
Anytime.
Thank
Bye,
you.
y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye bye.
everyone.
Bye, everyone.